If you're just getting started with DIY projects, walking into a hardware store can feel overwhelming, with wall after wall of tools you don't know if you actually need. The truth is, almost every project, no matter how big or small, comes down to just 3 essential tools. Get these 3 right, and you'll be ready to tackle nearly any beginner project that comes your way. Today, we're breaking down exactly what they are, why they matter, and a little real history behind each one. Before we get into it, if this kind of practical tool knowledge helps you out, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. It really helps this channel keep going. Let's get straight into it, starting with tool number 1. Tool number 1 is the tape measure, and it might be the single most important tool in this entire list. Every project starts with a measurement, and getting it wrong throws off everything that follows. Let's look at where this simple tool actually came from. In 1829, an English inventor named James Chesterman created one of the first steel measuring tapes, made from leftover flat wire originally used for hoop skirts. It worked well, but it was expensive, selling for around $17, which was close to $300 in today's money. In 1868, an American named Alvin Fellows patented a spring-click design that let the tape lock in place once extended. Then, in 1922, an inventor named Hiram Farrand patented the curved, rigid steel blade design that lets a tape measure stay straight and stiff when extended, the version most of us use today. Farrand's design was eventually sold to the Stanley Works, and by the 1940s, it had become a construction industry standard. So why does every beginner need one? Because accuracy is everything in DIY work. A cheap mistake in measurement can waste materials, ruin a cut, or throw off an entire project. Here's a simple tip. Always measure twice before you cut once. It's an old rule, but it saves more projects than almost anything else. And when you're reading the tape, line your eye up directly with the mark, instead of looking at an angle, which can throw off your reading by a surprising amount. A basic 25-foot tape measure covers the vast majority of beginner projects around the house. Now let's move on to tool number 2. Tool number 2 is the utility knife, sometimes called a box cutter. It's one of the most versatile cutting tools you can own, and it earns its spot in almost every project. Here's a bit of its history. Stanley Tools introduced the first modern utility knife back in 1936, featuring a replaceable blade instead of one that had to be sharpened over and over. Then, in the 1950s, a Japanese inventor named Yoshio Okada came up with a completely new idea: a blade made of small segments that could be snapped off once dull. His company, Olfa, turned that idea into the snap-off utility knife most of us still recognize today. That simple innovation meant you always had a sharp edge ready, without needing to replace the whole blade. For a beginner, a utility knife handles everything from opening material packaging to trimming drywall, cutting cardboard, or scoring wood for a clean break. Here's a safety tip that matters more than people realize. Always cut away from your body, and only extend as much blade as you actually need for the material you're cutting. A shorter blade exposure gives you more control and reduces the chance of a slip. Now for tool number 3, and this one prevents more mistakes than almost any other on this list. Tool number 3 is the level. Nothing ruins a project faster than a shelf, picture frame, or fence post that's obviously crooked. The level has a surprisingly old history behind it. In 1661, a French scientist named Melchisedec Thévenot invented the spirit level, using a glass tube filled with liquid and an air bubble to indicate a perfectly horizontal surface. That same basic principle, a bubble floating inside a liquid-filled tube, is still exactly how modern levels work today. For a beginner, a level takes the guesswork out of whether something is actually straight, instead of just eyeballing it. It's essential for hanging shelves, installing cabinets, laying tile, or building anything that needs to sit flush and even. A quick tip: Always check the level from more than one angle, since an object can look level from the front but still be off from the side. A basic 2-foot level covers most small household projects without taking up much space in your toolbox. So, there you have it, the 3 tools every beginner truly needs before starting any project. A tape measure for accuracy, a utility knife for cutting and trimming, and a level for keeping everything straight. Together, these 3 handle the foundation of nearly every DIY task you'll run into as a beginner. Speaking of getting your first projects off to a strong start, if you enjoy building things around the house, I want to mention something that pairs really well with videos like this one. Ted's Woodworking is a massive library of woodworking plans, thousands of step-by-step projects, with the cut lists and materials lists already worked out for you. It's a one-time payment, no subscription, and it comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. So there's basically no risk in checking it out, and I've linked it in the description below. Quick disclosure, that's an affiliate link, so I may earn a small commission if you decide to grab it, at no extra cost to you. Before you buy anything else for your toolbox, make sure these 3 basics are covered first. They're inexpensive, they last for years, and they'll carry you through nearly every beginner project you take on. If this helped you figure out where to start, let us know in the comments which one you already own, and subscribe for more simple, practical tool tips like this one.